Make sure to like the video, subscribe and press the bell icon.
Hey my dear friends, welcome to this video. In the last video we created this awesome program which can generate and read the QR code, but in the first part we learned how to make the generate QR code section. In this video we're gonna learn how to make this section the read QR code. Let's see how it works. We just select the QR code which we generated, or any QR code. You can select any QR code and it will read it for you. As you can see, you can also copy this one. So we learned how to use it, and in the last video you learned how to make this generate QR code, but in this video we are going to make the QR code read section. If you didn't watch the last tutorial, I put the link in the description below. Make sure to watch that one and then move to this video. So let's get started. First I go to my Visual Code. This is the code from the last project, which is the generator.js. We made this one. Now all I want to do is to make this read QR code. Let me run my index with live server, and I divide my screen into half to show you everything with a live server. Okay, this is my code. This is our application which we made it. How generate QR code works great. It works, but we didn't make this QR code reader section yet. So today we're gonna make this one. The first thing we're gonna do is to make a page, and here I call this one QR code reader.html, and we write the HTML part in this file. Let's close the index. First of all, we just make the basic HTML5 structure. I call this one QR code reader, and let's go inside this to see everything. After that I want to import few library into this one. The first library is the font awesome. Let's see, where is it? And there's the library. I import this font awesome library, and also I want to import the model library. This is it, and that's it. But I also want to link my style, so I link my style file, the CSS style file. I will make it later. For now, let's move to the body section. In the body section, first of all I make a div with a class of wrapper. Inside this one I make a button with a class of back, which is for back button. I call it back. Okay, after that I make a form. I don't give it an action. Inside this form I make an input, and this input is a file which is hidden. After that I make an image tag, an image. I don't give it any source. I give it an alt of QR code, and after that I make another div with a class of content. Inside this I make an I with the class of fast. Sorry, I should make it like this. And inside this I give it a class of, this is from our font awesome. This is a cloud logo. about upload, something like that. Let's save to see this one. Yeah, there it comes. After that I make a paragraph. Inside this I say upload QR code to read. And after our form I put my footer. I can copy the footer from my last file and after the footer I make another div with a class of details, and inside this one I make a text area. I remove this all. I say spell check false, and also I make it disabled. After the text area section I make a button section, a div with a class of buttons, and inside this one I make a button. I give it a class of close form and I say close. I make another button with a class of copy for our copy button, copy text, and this is our back button. The QR will be showing this image, and this is an icon which we can select the file by this one, and our QR text will be laying here and we can copy or close. And one more thing I'm gonna do is I copy this model and I paste it before the body, which we will use it later on our JavaScript to display codes and display a message on the QR. Okay, before give the page any style, I want to write our code for my back button. So I come here, I say script, inside the script I write let, I call it back, and I select it by using document dot maybe selected by query selector, and from the query selector I selected by class of back, and I say when I add an event listener on my back button, which is on click, when it means when it's clicked, I run this arrow function which will redirect my page location href equal to index.html. This code will redirect this back button to the home page. You see, just like that. Okay, let's now move to let's give it some style. So inside this style folder I make another file, I call it read.css. I have to link it. To link it I go to my HTML file. Where is it? This style, there it is. I say css slash and I select that read.css. I come to my CSS file. First I have to import the Google font library, just like that. I remove the default margin, padding and border. Okay, I make the margin to 0, padding to 0, box sizing to border box, and I select the font family to Poppins and sans serif. Okay, let's save it. Yeah, now it looks better. Now I give a design to my body. I want everything to be displayed in the flex box, so it's a flex. I say aligned item center. as a justify content center. I give the page a min height of 100 ping height VH, so everything gonna be display on the center. I give it a padding of 0 and 10 pixel. I give it a background color, a background of, let's say, 3498 dB. This is my background color. After that, I want to give style to my wrapper. I select the wrapper with class. I give it height of 317 pixel. I give it width of 420 pixel. I give it a border radius of 7 pixel, and also give it a background of this color 39. I forgot the color code is, I think it's 3939393939. Yeah, that's it. 393939. Okay, I also want to give it some padding. 13 pixel, 13 pixel, and 35 pixel. I want to give it a box shadow. If you don't know about box shadow, there's a tutorial on my channel. I put the link in the description. You can watch and learn about this box shadow very well. Box shadow is very powerful CSS tools which make your elements very nice. I give it an RGB color of 0, 0, 0, 0.1, and just like that. My wrapper will have two states. One is the default and another is when it's active. It means when I generate the code, my wrapper will, the size of my wrapper should increase to display the text. So I say I make another active class, wrapper and active class, and I say height to 610 pixel. This is when our wrapper give, when we upload the QR in the QR converted to the text, my wrapper size will be increased. And to make it smoother, I give a transition into my wrapper on height. Let's select it on height, and it happened in 0.2 second. Is that gave it a nice animation. Okay, after that I select my wrapper. Inside the wrapper, let's see what you got. We have the form. Okay, let's give style to my form. Okay, I give my form some height to 110 pixel. I want to display everything in flex. I want to change the cursor to pointer. I want the user select to none, so user can't select anything. I also want to align the text to center, and I want a border radius of 7 pixel, and let's give it a background color, a background of white, which is FFF, and I also want to align the items into the center and justify content to the center. Let's see. Yeah, now it looks better. Let's also give this active state, my wrapper active state of form, some style. Let's select wrapper active and form. Okay, what we want is to change the height to 125 pixel. My form size will also be changed when the wrapper is on active state. I give it the pointer event of done. And also give it a transition to make sure everything very smooth. Transition of on height. Let's select the height. and 0.2 second is. Okay, that is it. Let's put it to the end. Okay, after that, let's see what else we got. We have the I have to give style to my bug button, so I select my bug button by class. I set the position of relative for this one. I give it a top of 0% and a left of 0%. I give it a color of white, the FFF. I change the cursor to pointer. I give it a margin top of 20 pixel, and I change the font size to 17 pixel. I will also give it a background color of 3498 dB, this one. I give it a width of 20% and a height of 35 pixel. I give it a border of none, so I remove the border. I also remove the outline, set it to none, and we also want to give it a border radius of 5 pixel. And after that I wanna give it a margin bottom of 10 pixel. Okay, this one look nice. I wanna give it a hover design, so in hover I wanna set the color to, okay, I don't want to change color. All I want to do is to change the background size. Okay, I just select the background and I give it this color, which is 4B9DD4. Let's see. Yeah, now it looks nice. Let's give it some transition. I give it the transition of 0.1 second is. Yeah, now it looks much better. After the button, I wanna select the image from the form, so I say form image. Let's give some style to our image. I don't want to display the image right now, so I change display to none. And after that I give it a max weight of 148 pixel. Now it looks much better. Okay, now my image also have an active state, which is the wrapper active state, so I copy this one. So I say when my wrapper is on active state, from the form my image also, some style of my image will also be changed. What I want to display the image, I just write display black, which will display my image. After that I say when my wrapper is on active state, from the form I select the content by class, and I also display this one to none. I want to hide this content at that moment. Okay, from the form I select content, and inside content I want to give a style to this logo, this one. I give it some style. Let's change the color to 0B85FF. Let's see, and now that looks nice. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Font size of 55 pixels. Now this one looks much better. Let's also give it some style to this paragraph of this one. So I select that one by P. I give it a color of 0B dot color. I give it a margin top of 15 pixel. I give it a font size of 16 pixel. Yeah, now looks much better. After that, I want to select my wrapper, and from wrapper I want to select, let's see what you got. Yes, details. Select it by class, and let's change the opacity. I don't want to select that one at this moment, so it's not showing anymore. I'm gonna give it a margin top of 25 pixel, and I want it so no one can, you can't select it. I say 0.11 to none. Let's change the opacity to 1. As you can see, I can select it. Let's hide it. Okay, let's give it some style. Let me change the opacity to 1 so you can see everything very clear. I wanna give it design to my this detail. First I wanna give design to this my text area. I give it a width of 100%. After that I give it a height of 128 pixel. I give it I remove the outline from this one, so I set the outline to none. I resize, I set, I don't want the user to be able to resize this one, so I set the resize to none. I set a color for it, white, which is FFF. I change the font size to 18 pixel. I set a background of none. I don't want a background. I want the border radius of 5 pixel. And after that, I'm gonna set a padding of 10 pixel and 15 pixel. I also want to give it a border of 1 pix, say 1 pix, solid and white, which is FFF. Let's see. Yeah, this one looks nice right now. After that, I want to give this text area some style. So I select the text area. I say first I give it some style on hover. I must use the WebKit for this one, so I say to have this on one dash, then I say WebKit scroll bar. I want to give some design to scroll bar of this text area. I say the width 5 pixel. So the width of my scroll bar will be 5 pixel. After that I say WebKit, and I want from the scroll bar I select the thumb. I set some style to the thumb of the scroll bar. I say the background color should be white, and I say the border radius of 8 pixel. Let me show you what does it mean. If I go to my text area, where is it? There it is. Let me, for example, write lorem, save. You can see. Okay, I give a style to this one. We are giving style to this scroll bar. Okay, let's select it again, and now I want design for track. So WebKit scroll bar track, in this one I say background to none. I didn't want any background for this one. Let's put it before this one. Okay, that's enough for the text area scroll bar. After that, I want to, from details, I select this button. I give design to the buttons. I give them a height of 55 pixel. I set an outline of none. I remove the outline. I give them a border of none. Font weight of 500. I change the font size to 16 pixel. 16 pixel and cursor to pointer. Cursor to pointer. I also give it some color, which is this 0B. Yes, this color. I give it a border radius 5 pixel. And after that, I want to give it a background of white. And after that, I want a width for this one. So the width is a little bit tricky. I want to calculate from 100%. I divide it by 2 and minus 10 pixel. And there is this, a nice width for my buttons. Because we have 2 buttons, we set it into 2. If it's at 3, it's much smaller. If you have 3 buttons, put it to 3. Okay. Let's also make an hover for this button. So what I want for my button, I don't want an hover for this one, but an active, when it is active. So when it's active, I want to transform the scale to 0.95. I want to make it smaller. Yes, when it's active. It's not active at the moment. Also give it a transition into the transform of 0.3 second is. Okay, after that I want to give some design to this footer. Let's like the footer. I give it a margin top of 10 pixel first, and then from the footer I select the footer. What's this name? Footer link. From the footer I select footer link, and I give it a text decoration none. Text decoration of none. Color FCF 8 F8. This color. I just want to give it a font size of a small. I give it a padding left of 5 pixel, and let's save it. Yeah, it looks nice. And now give it a hover. In the hover I wanna just change the color to 4 B9 DD4. I will also give it a transition on all 0.5 second. Let's see. Yeah, looks much nice. Okay, that's our page. Let's change the size to mobile size. It doesn't looks good. Let's change few things on the mobile size to make it mobile responsive. I use at media max weight 415 pixel. Inside this one I want to change the wrapper size, so I select the wrapper and I change the padding to 25 pixel. I also change the height to 60 pixel. I also want to change the wrapper dot active state. Also active active, and I want to change the height of this one to 610 pixel, and that's it. Let's change the opacity of this one to 0. Where is it? Here. We'll change those things on our JavaScript later. So our CSS is finished. Now let's give it functionality. You see, I can't select anything. Oh, just my back button works. That's it. So let's go to inside my JS folder, make a file. I call it reader.js, and I have to import that file into my this QR code reader.html. So I say script, and from the source I select it. It's inside JS folder, and reader.js. Just save it. Now we want to give this QR code reader functionality. So the first thing I want to do is to select the wrapper. It's selected by as a document query selector wrapper. I selected this wrapper. Okay, after that I want to select the form. I make it inside the variable of form, document dot query selector and form. We're just selecting those HTML elements. After that I need to select the file input. So I say file input is equal to from the form. I select it by query selector of input. This is our input, and after that I wanna select the paragraph. So I make a variable, call it info text equal to from the form query selector, and I select the P. Okay, after that I select this close buttons. There was two buttons. The first one is close button, which is document dot query selector of, let's see what's this name, it's close form. Yes, close form. Okay, after that we have this copy button. So I say copy button equal to document dot query selector, this copy button, and that's it. Okay, I can also remove this one and just put the comma between I select all. Okay, we selected our HTML elements and put them inside this JS variables. After that I want to write my API URL inside the variable. So this is my API URL, which is equal to, let's see what's my API URL. There it is. I put it inside this URL. I wanna remind you guys one thing. If you are using the local host, this will work for you. But if you put this code inside your into your website on the HTTPS, it doesn't work. This only works on the HTTP, not HTTPS. So for that reason, we have to make two variables: one URL HTTP and another one URL HTTPS. And this time I just put the API, just changed it HTTP to HTTPS. Remember, this is very important. You have to select, depend on your system. If your website is HTTP, select this variable. If no, your website is on an HTTPS, select this variable. I will show you in the code later. You need to select this one. So let's write the function fetch request. This function will fetch the request for us. This variable this function have two parameter, which one is the file and the other is form data. Okay, inside this function we first change the text of this info text to something like we are on the scanning process. So I say this info text equal to, sorry, not info text dot inner text equal to scanning QR code dot. So in this when we run this function, it change this text to scanning QR code, so the user will understand we are on the scanning process. After that, we fetch from the URL. Like I told you, this is where you select depending on your system in your server, because we are right now using the local host, and that's HTTP. We select the first variable. If you are in a website and that is HTTPS, make sure to select this one into here. Okay, inside this fetch we have we run a function inside this fetch. I say the method is post. The method is post, and the body is form data. We want to send the image first to the API, and then the API will send us a response. That's how the fetch function works. So we say the method is post and the body is form data. Okay, the bodies oh, sorry, just like that, body form data. Okay, after this we have then, because this is a promise, we use then it gives us the response, and we have to convert this response to JSON to read it. So I say response.json. That's how we convert our response to JSON. And then what we want to get the result and put it inside the function. And this function, let's console it out, console.log. Let me display this result, see what we get. Let's okay, we cannot select the file at the moment. We have to give functionality to my file so I can be able to select the file. For that reason, let's put it this one just like that. At the moment I come to here, I make an event listener on my file input at event listener, and I say on change, when it is changing, I run async function. So for that reason I have to write async with parameter of e, which is equal to an array function, and this function, inside this function we make a variable of let, which is equal to file, and e dot target dot file, files of 0. This is how we select the files. Okay, after that we say if there is no file, just return. And now let form data equal to new form data, and after that we say form data dot append file and file. and after that we want to fetch request file and from form data. Okay, 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 let's see why it doesn't work. Okay, okay, to select the file we need to write form. I want this under my form. I say and click. When it's clicked, run this function, which will, let's put it in a line, which will select this file input dot click. Okay, let's see if it works. Yes, now you can select the file. Let's see what response we get when you select the file with the console. Okay, let's remove it, make it smaller. Okay, when I select the photo I get this response. As you can see, on the 0 we got the symbol, the type, all the information. That's how we send the data to our API and get the response back by using the fetch function and promises. Okay, now let's continue our code. Okay, maybe ask, what is this? This is for our file input. When it is on the change, when it change, it select the file and put it inside this file. If we didn't select anything, it just return. If we selected a file, it make a new form data and append this file with a file. And we use the fetch request to put this both form and form the file and form data, which we later can use it inside our fetch request. Okay, we remove this console. Okay, let's put it, let's keep it. We're gonna use it maybe later. I just comment this one. After that I want a result. I want a variable of result, and result is equal to result. This is this variable. Okay, the result of 0, as you can saw in the console. In our array we got the 0. We want this 0, so I select the 0, and then I want to select the symbol, so I just write dot symbol, just like that, the symbol of 0, and from this symbol I want to select the 0, and from this symbol 0 I want the data, which is the text of that QR code. So I just write data. That easy. See, working with JSON is very fun and easy. Okay, after that I want the info text and change the inner text of that one to, if there is a result, I change the text to upload QR code to scan, the default one. If not, I say couldn't scan QR code. Very understandable, right? After that I say if the result is, if we didn't receive any result, we just return. After that I select the text area by using document.querySelector. Let's see the text area itself, text area, and I change this inner text to result. After that I want to select the image from the form, so form dot query selector image, and I want to change the src of this one, the source of this one, to the file, but we can use it like this. We have to first convert that one by using a function which is called url dot create object URL. By using this we can convert the file into a source, into an src for the image, and inside this one I put my file. Okay, this create object URL creates a string containing a URL representing the object given in a parameter. So this is very important, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay, after that I put the active state on my wrapper, so I just say wrapper dot class list at and active. Okay, and that's it, but we need to cache the errors. If there's any error we have to cache that one, so I say dot catch, and inside this catch I run a arrow function which will change this info text to, I select that info text dot inner text. I want to change this text to this couldn't scan QR code. If there is any error we put this message. Okay, that's it, but we also need to change a few other things. Let's see how it works. Let me remove this one. Let's select the file, and yeah, it works, but it doesn't display the text for me, so we need to display the text. Okay, let's do it. I make an event listener on my. Okay, before doing that I want to give this one a functionality. I say, let's see why it doesn't work. Let's find out the error. Let's see why it doesn't work. Okay, I think there's a problem on the CSS. Let's go to our CSS and find the form active, the wrapper active, where it is, the wrapper active, yeah, there. We didn't add one more thing, we have to add one more thing. Okay, after wrapper detail we have to add wrapper dot active, the wrapper when it's on active, and details. In here I want to change the opacity to 1, and also the pointer events to auto, and give it a transition of on opacity on this one 0.5 second. Yes. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to our file. Let's refresh and select the QR code. As you can see now it works. Let's now give some functionality to our copy text. So we add another event listener for my copy button. I just say copy button and add an event listener on click, and it runs an arrow function, this function, and inside this one first we make a variable of text, which is equal to document dot query selector. We select the text of text area. I want the text content of this one, so text content dot text content. By using this one, we get this text content of text area. After that, I want to copy this one. We have to use the navigator. I say navigator dot clipboard dot write clipboard dot write text, and this text clipboard dot write text. Okay, that's it. Why give me error? Okay, we have to put this in here. Okay, after that I want to display a message under the model which our text is copied. I just say model dot style dot display equal to block, and model text dot inner HTML equal to text is copied. Oh no, text is copied. Okay, that's it. And let's also give a functionality to my close button. This one, let's select this one. Let's test my copy. Text is copied. Let's paste it somewhere. Let's go to Google. I paste Ali. Yeah, you see, it works. Okay, now let's give a functionality my close button. That's very easy. Select the close button and add an event listener to it. And click. We run an arrow function which will select the wrapper, and from the wrapper we remove a class. Remove class of what? Active. And that's it. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, let's go back, select the QR code. Let's select a QR code. It scan the QR code text for me. I can copy the text, and if I click close, it will close. So in this two-part videos, we have made this QR generator in Reader. We can generate the QR code and we can read it like this. Okay, my dear friends, I hope you learned something in this video. If you have any question, let me know in the comment below. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos also, and like, subscribe and press the bell icon. Have a great